Hello, my tarot friends. If you're starting an exciting new tarot journey or have been reading tarot but hope for some clarifications, I have an easy, simple tutorial from 1 to 4 card tarot spreads today. They're so flexible to use based on simple logical principle for any purpose, any inquiry you like. I'm sure it'll help you get right into a comfortable tarot practice immediately. So let's get started. Tarot represents language. We speak to and through our cards in many ways. Drawing a card can give us an answer to a question. Drawing multiple cards into a formation can further display a more layered thought process, explain a situation from various angles, a conversation with the adversary, or a full overview in one glance. Let's explore a few basic spreads today. Shown to the right, there can be diamond spreads, a pyramid, a circle, a Y, so many creative variations. They are simple techniques yet demonstrate powerful principles for any future spreads you will come to use. Tarot by one. This is the most direct, immediate, and primitive way of reading tarot. Whenever a question comes upon our mind, we flip open a card. There's the answer. Over shuffling is never necessary. One card may be an intentional draw from the center of the deck, a cut, a top or bottom card, a jumper, basically any card you like. It may be the overall answer, guidance from the higher light, a confirmation to some suspicion, yes or no, grand philosophy, or exact factual details. Our one card answer is powerful as some may say less is more. It can be inclusive, directional, non-conflicting, and much more. So don't ever underestimate a one card read. Let's see an example of the one card tarot read. A hypothetical question of getting a job, we draw the card of Nine of Pentacles. The querent may be on her way to greater financial abundance versus likelihood of lacking and continuing poverty. So the answer is optimistic and possible of getting financial reward. Another question example is whether a love is coming near. Similar happiness may be experienced as answered above, with financial comfort, good eats, fun dating, and so on. Or on another level, the lady is alone in the garden with a bird. Perhaps good monetary life, yet some loneliness emotionally. The one card tarot gives an overall encompassing view, very easily, yet so vastly meaningful. As we venture out into the world, we encounter others, including people, things, situations, choices, and more. So let our tarot conversations reflect the expansion. Using a two-card tarot spread, I am 1, you are 2. Card 1 is usually self. Card 2 is any other party, a person, event, items, and anything that we ask about. The two cards can show a perspective, a contrast, two separate entities, loving and merging, or simply one-way emotional flow. Using the same question in previous one-card draw, how's it looking with the job hunting? Not only that we can interpret the new potential job with the Ace of Swords, we can also understand the querent as the world, eager to fly the coop. So the job hunting is naturally inevitable. Second question is there a pursuer on the horizon? Querent the world is restless to get out, exploring the world. Potential pursuer is Ace of Swords, making effort to break through the love bottleneck. So there's likely the pursuer around the corner, but this is a very early stage, or he's not even showing his face yet. Also, looking at the direction people are facing on the cards, querent the world is looking left, the past, not much interested in the pursuer. Lover, Ace of Swords, does not even show his face, so there's no emotional risk at stake. Let's move on to the three-card spreads. Three-card tarot is very commonly used. It is flexible, easily assigned with different time, person, events, and many formations. A common traditional spread is past, present, and future. Of course, some variation may be a process of foundation to action leading to outcome, timing like yesterday, today, into tomorrow, last week, this week, into the future 6 months. Don't be afraid to ask any question that you need to and make changes in the spread. Just make sure you think through the questioning before spreading. Here I have several more spreads just right off the top of my head. Like I, he, and our byproduct. I looking at option A and B. People dynamics between I, she, and he, or I, you, and they. Many combinations. I and my goal and what action is needed to achieve the success. This allows almost like a three-dimensional perspective where all parties can show people facing to represent their connections and intentions. The past, present, future spread is often introduced as a first learned spread, versatile yet possibly too generally read. Many times people ask tarot, please tell me about my current situation, and they can't understand what the cards are saying. So that's usually because their general inquiry may have been too broad or too general. So a suggestion is to ask more specifically or to contemplate deeper and longer. My sacred moral of tarot reading is that no cards are ever drawn in vain. All cards are meant with a serious message, and stop calling your draw gibberish. Let's do some example. The first question is, how's my marriage going? So we're going to use the past, present, and future spread. The past card is a King of Pentacles. Lots of work, financial focus, husband is being the dominant person. The present card, Five of Cups, means that the communication is probably lacking and there's avoidance of each other and even a dislike. And the future card is Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a pending agreement, waiting in suspense, extended status quo. And another angle of the same spread can be reason or the cause of something, and the reaction, the current feeling, and then into the future outcome and development. So the reason or the cause may be the King of Pentacles, feeling of the husband's neglect, how his world is out there in his career and not in the wife. And the reaction now is Five of Cups, the wife's moodiness or hot and cold, rejection, the refusal to show affection. And the future outcome is Nine of Wands. It's an attitude of wait and see, playing tag games, putting the ball in husband's court. And the third way of the spread is the observation of up and down by the numbers. The spread of the king, which is 14, to a 5, to a 9, is like high and then low and then recover back to the middle. So the marriage started with the 14, a high expectation or good monetary satisfaction. Now it's a 5, which is the lowest point of hardly talking or seeing each other. And then the third card for the future is a number 9, which is a little bit of an improvement from a 5. This 9 will improve the situation through communication, bringing the marriage out of the lowest bottom, but still a very slow process. Here we have a few different spreads by changing the formation into a triangle. Same three cards, yet different formation puts us into an interactive state of mind and relative dynamics. Let's try a comparison spread. I on the top and two choices on bottom. So the question is my wrist fractured? I'm the King of Pentacles on the top, and Five of Cups is before fall, and Nine of Wands is after fall. Comparing before and after by numbers from 5 to 9, there's more stress as a result of the fall. from less swiftly used, originally number 5 of the wrist, to number 9, waiting, wondering, suspecting, unsure status of the afterfall. Though cards may not indicate a definite fracture, 2 cards are of no movement or violence. The King of Pentacles, is looking toward the Nine of Wands, a tendency to suspect injury instead of not. The Aquarian is likely to want treatment or spend money, so the spread tells us about the Aquarian state of mind and action tendency. Another way the question may be asked is, do I go to Dr. A or Dr. B? So Dr. A is 5 of Cups, seemingly less personable. Dr. B, the Nine of Wands, may be a lot more knowledgeable, busy, or hard to get a schedule in. The King of Pentacles, is looking toward Dr. B, or I and B face each other mutually. It's a better interaction than I and A, who are not exchanging energy. So you can see how important the people facing is in tarot, how they may look at each other, look away, or one look at the other, but the other doesn't look back. All of these may instantly give you an answer to the dynamics. So many possibilities of the 3-card spreads. Let's just demonstrate quickly with a few more. Question number 1, will my finance improve? Let's use the spread on the right. 5 of Cups card shows that the present finance is stifled due to poor social relationship or losing a job. The King of Pentacles shows the future or the next year money situation is going to be much better, as I will be the king of my realm. So the future card is Nine of Wands. It shows that self is stuck looking back, waiting for a promise that probably somebody made me, a job perhaps, a fantasy, some injustice to be settled, or whatever that weighs us down. Once we can turn around and look to the future, we will have the King of Pentacles to look forward to come with the fortune and glory. Question number 2. What's wrong with my job? So the top card is I versus my coworker, and the bottom card is the boss. So the top card, I, is 5 of Cups. I am seen as uncooperative and difficult. The coworker is the King of Pentacles. They, she, or he looks very respected and well-skilled. The boss on the bottom is 9 of Wands. The boss is looking in my direction with frustration and eagerly waits for my delivery, hoping that I do a good job, but still waiting. So this is the job situation. Question number 3. How's the family dynamic? So mom and dad on the top and child on the bottom. Mom is a 5 of Cups, maybe somewhat secretive or depressed. Dad is a King of Pentacles. He has been busy working or far from being nurturing. The bottom card, 9 of Wands, is the child. The child is looking to the mom and waits for her attention. So this is the family dynamic. As a whole, in conclusion, I just want to give a tip that we want to make interpretation starting with the simple keywords of every card. Don't try to make one sentence including all the card interpretations. And also be mindful of people facing in the cards. Once we become more fluent with the previous spreads, like the 1 card, 2, or 3, we can go further to explore even more extensive spreads. Not that it's necessary to know so many spreads, but it's fun for us tarot enthusiasts. So here are some of my very useful 4-card spreads. Thanks to our present-day technology, I'm sure you can pause this video, and save the images for your own private sampling. Apply some of the spreads to your current dilemma and see how they help you understand your situation. So in the future, you won't have to even memorize any spreads. A simple principle like left is past, the right is future, the bottom is inner, the top is outer. Things like that will become second nature in any spread you use. I hope you have learned some important tarot basics in today's video. Download and save this video so that you can review these techniques over again. Please leave me your comment or share your spread experiences. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching today. Please kindly give me a like, subscribe to my channel so that we can stay in touch. See you at the next video.